PaLM 2 is Google's next-generation large language model. The model is really different than anything that we've built before. PaLM 2 is very good at math, at code, at advanced reasoning, and then also at multilingual tasks like translation. The way that it was able to accomplish this was because it was trained on scientific and mathematical data. PaLM 2 was trained on around 100 spoken word languages and over 20 programming languages. PaLM 2 is already being used to power Bard, Google's Workspace products, the PaLM API. You might already be using PaLM v2 and not even know it. PaLM 2 can translate not only spoken word languages, but also programming languages. So if you wanted to go from Python to R, or C++ to Rust, or JavaScript to TypeScript, PaLM 2 can get you most of the way there. So I could use PaLM 2 to collaborate with a colleague in a code base that might have all of its documentation implemented in Korean. PaLM 2 is also good at generating and understanding nuanced language, like idioms and riddles. And this is important because it requires understanding not just the figurative meaning of the words, but also the literal intent. Here at Google, we've been thinking about AI for years. Everything from the transformer architecture to our tensor processing units, or TPUs, our open source frameworks like TensorFlow or JAX, or many of the open source libraries that we've created. Many of the advancements that we've pioneered are in the products that you use every day. To build PaLM 2, we used compute optimal scaling, which basically means that as you're increasing the size of the data set, you increase the size of your compute proportionally. That means that even though PaLM 2 is smaller than previous large language models, it performs better overall. Not only that, it's also more efficient to serve, and therefore more environmentally friendly. At Google, we are committed to releasing only safe and ethical tools to the public. We trained PaLM 2 to de-escalate aggressive and toxic prompting. It not only avoids these conversations or attempts to avoid them, it also steers them in more positive directions. We're also using PaLM 2 to advance research directions internally, and everything from healthcare to cybersecurity. So these models are already capable of doing so many things, but they're going to be able to do even more. And as we move into the world of multimodal models, we're going to see even more compelling capabilities. So not only being able to handle modalities like text and code, but also being able to understand and even to generate video, audio, and images. Be sure to check out the next video in this series about MedPaLM. It was trained and fine-tuned on PaLM 2 and is specifically focused on medical use cases.